Moab and Jeeps. Nowadays, it's hard to think of one without the other. For most of history, the mesas and canyons of the Colorado Plateau were inhospitable, impassable, and downright hostile to any human presence. The Jeep, as much as anything else, changed that forever. 19th century artists saw this as a land of nightmares, and if you had to cross this harsh landscape on foot or by boat, you'd quickly understand why. Small wonder then that those original overlanders, also known as pioneers, preferred to skirt the region entirely rather than trying to cross it. Then along came World War II, and everything changed. The post-war atomic age brought fortune hunters to Moab, and the fortune hunters brought Jeeps. Almost overnight, modern Moab was born. These lands still remain desolate enough to suit a lovesick poet, rough enough to daunt even the witless. But thanks to the Jeep, they're now just a little closer to a human scale. But don't be fooled. We've got our work cut out for us today.
Welcome back to another episode of On the Trail. I'm your host, Austin Stobaugh, and today we're in beautiful Moab, Utah. Today I'm joined by my good friend Jeremy Ricks from Disciple Off-Road and my wife Courtney Schipper that works with me at Carbon Off-Road. We're going to be tackling Moab Rim Trail directly behind us. We're actually staged here at the trailhead right now. And I haven't done this trail since I was about 14 or 15 riding shotgun with my dad. It's going to be really fun to drive it firsthand. Moab Rim Trail is one of the most iconic trails here in Moab, Utah. It is a mixed use loop. So you're going to be using the same entrance and exit as you transverse this ledge right behind us. That means you're going to run into some hikers, mountain bikers, and possibly even traffic going opposite directions as you come up and down the start here. So just take it easy, be smart, and take your time. It's going to be fun for us doing it for our first time. So we're going to go nice and slow, make sure that we pick our lines right. And it is a pretty rugged trail, but we've brought some pretty rugged Jeeps with us. Courtney, what did you bring?
Today I brought my 2002 Stretch TJ. I'm running 60s front and rear on 40-inch Nitto Trail Grapplers. I do drive a 5-speed manual, so it's going to be a little bit more challenging for me today, but I'm looking forward to it and I can't wait to start.
Jeremy, what did you bring with you today?
I'm driving a 2014 Jeep JK Rubicon, running an Evo Manufacturing bolt-on coilover kit, some Evo armor, RPM steering, and some PSC Hydro Assist to push some 38-inch Nitto Trail Grapplers.
So why 38s over a traditional 37 or like bumping up to 40s?
We were running a 37-inch Nitto Trail Grappler before, so when it jumped to the 38s, what's nice is they retain the 17-inch wheel, so it's going to give us a little bit more sidewall than before, and this is a 1350 wide tire now compared to 1250, so a little more traction on the ground, bigger sidewall, so really excited to try them out today.
Finally, I'll be driving my 2009 four-door Jeep JK. Got a complete custom suspension, carbon Curry, Dana 60 and 70 underneath it, and we're running 40-inch Nitto Trail Grapplers, so it's gonna be pretty fun. Well, I'm ready to hit the trail. I'm actually gonna air down a little bit more since the first obstacle is like right behind us. So are you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep, let's go.
Let's do it.
This trail is no joke when it comes to the cliffs.
Yeah, just a few feet into the trail. I mean, parking lot's right there. This trail is rated a 7. It's a pretty rugged 7, so really not one of those trails that I want to run by myself. You know, I'm glad that we have a good group here. We'll take our time and just tiptoe through it since we've never done this before. There's no reason to rush. So we're just gonna walk these couple obstacles here, and then after this, we get up to the top and have a little bit of fun. Stay straight. Stay straight. Hug that sidewall. There you go. Okay, straight a little. Now passenger, more passenger, hard. Yep, gonna crest the crack there. Stay there. Okay, now same kind of line. Go straight, yep. Try and get the rear tire to wedge up on that little shelf. Okay, so this might be where you have to go all the way, driver back up. There you go. Forward as you turn. Gonna crawl up that ledge. Okay, straighten out a little bit. Straighten out a little. Yep. It's gonna crawl the front up this ledge. Real easy. Rear's coming up. Okay, stop, stop, stop. So if you're gonna do anything, I'd bump it straight how you are, don't turn. Just nice roll through it how you are straight. It's gonna go passenger first and then driver, okay? Nice, smooth. Every time I come out and do, a higher rated trail, we make sure we have recovery equipment, good communication, radios, and that kind of stuff. Having the right tools of the trade is very helpful. Honestly, the best thing about four-wheeling for me is just the adventure. Getting out to see some beautiful places. Again, it's cool to be able to take my vehicle there, but just being able to really witness some places that some people just never get to go to. So to me, it's just that fun of getting out to some really unique spots.
So this is the Z-turn?
This is the Z-turn. It's a dumb place to park. What you want to look for when you walk a line like this you've never done before is, where your tires are going to go, what gives you the most traction. And I often look here in Moab, you have a lot of rubber left from previous drivers, so I like to look at where the rubber's at, where things have scratched, and that gives me a good indicator of, clearances in that area. Just kind of look at the whole terrain and make sure our tires will easily clear one spot.
Try to set yourself up when you come out of the last one, you kind of work your way kind of where you're going to go. This one's pretty off camber and has some pretty holes, so it's one of those, take your time, make sure you get a good line because you can, you could flop it, so try to crawl it first a little bit, probably do little bumps and kind of see how that works out and go from there. Hopefully that spot down will be a little bit easier since I'm not so wide, so we're gonna find out. But then he does have a lot more travel than I do and 40-inch tires, so I should be good though. We're gonna give it a try.
None of us enjoyed the beginning. It's
fun.
a beautiful trail. Don't get me wrong, and it's a fun trail. But like, if you just asked me to like, hey, do you want to just drive your Jeep as close as you can to an edge of a wall? I'd be like, unless I have to. Okay, straight forward. And turn passenger. A little bit passenger, yep. Okay, your rear's gonna start picking up. We're just gonna pull this one down. Creep it up. It's literally about to walk up that wall. As soon as that tire moves, it's gonna come push this down. Keep it, just go nice and slow. There you go. Now you're square. Come on, climb it up. Nice job. Good job. Good job.
Sorry, hair and makeup on the trail, you know. Had to fix my hair real quick. Kept getting stuck in my microphone.
Hey, Courtney, you want to do the same rough line?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Seems like she knows where she's gonna go, so.
Jeeps first showed up in Moab shortly after World War II. They came not to play, but to work. And among those early Jeepers was Charlie Steen. At the time, Charlie was a young and unlucky prospector, too poor to even afford a Geiger counter as he stumbled around Moab in search of uranium. What he did have, however, was an old Jeep, a very patient wife, and a belief that one day he would find his atomic riches in the red rocks around Moab. Turns out, Charlie was correct, fantastically so. In 1952, after years of poverty and perseverance, Steen announced his fabulously rich strike at Mi Vida, a few miles outside Moab. Over the next 20 years, uranium would make Charlie Steen one of the most powerful men in Utah, and Moab among the richest towns in the United States. The boom, however, was a mixed blessing, one from which Moab is still recovering. Nowadays, Moab is best known for rock climbing and mountain biking. And the Jeeps, those little goblins that help prospectors like Charlie Steen find their buried treasure, they're still here too.
Hey guys, all right, so we're at an obstacle called Tire Test Hill. It's an optional line where you can go straight up this, and the gimmick is you go up, stop halfway on the line, and then attempt to start again while you're on the steepest part. And it just tries to prove how much traction your tires have on these rocks. If you don't feel like attempting it, follow the left paint on the alt line and they'll meet up right on the backside. So totally up to you. But I'm gonna try the crack. I am either gonna make it or the passenger side's gonna slide off the wall and I'm there. Like a glove. Standoff, buddy. Courtney just one shot said no, no problem.
You know, I just have to make you guys look bad every once in a while.
We found a straight line that kind of just drops you down the ledge all at once. So you're gonna kind of come like front down and then rear down, but it's straight. It's not gonna be off camber feeling. And there's a pretty decent rock in front of us in case one of us starts to slide or gets too much speed. We can kind of just use that rock on the driver's tire to slow it down. Okay.
I feel fine up to that spot where it's like really close to the little cliffy cliff. I'll get through it. I always do.
All right, so we're getting close to the end of our day. We have a little bit left of the trail to go, but this is a good spot to kind of stop and give some points and highlights of what we experienced our first time wheeling Moab Rim. We are standing here on a very off-camber ledge, which is, you know, suiting because that's most of Moab Rim. There's a lot of off-camber sections. There's gonna be a lot of mental game played into this as you come up. You have no idea where horizon or flat is anymore, so ledges that seem small might get extremely large. You're picking up tires where you might not normally pick up tires. It is rated a 7, but a flat ground 7 might feel much easier than this. Jeremy, this was your first time up here. How was this? Like, how did it feel for you?
It was a blast. Definitely was exactly what I wanted. Definitely got the adrenaline going, kind of pushed our Jeeps a little bit, put me out of my comfort zone a little bit. It was a lot of fun. Had a great day.
Awesome. Courtney, how was your first time going up Moab Rim?
Like what Jeremy said, it's phenomenal up here. The views are amazing. I personally have a very big fear of heights, so this has been pushing that to the limit most of today. So other than that, it's been a great day, and I'm looking forward to getting back onto pavement.
Well, I will say it's a tough trail. The ledges and the off-camber, the angles mess with your head a lot. Experienced drivers can get in those situations and just feel uncomfortable. So, you know, for Jeremy, what was those, you know, how did you conquer some of that off-camber stuff, and what made you feel comfortable to continue on?
Just taking our time, just trusting our spotters. You know, we all kind of spot each other throughout the day, so just gotta trust each other, take your time, pick good lines, and don't feel rushed to do any of these obstacles, because you know, anything rushing or, you know, lapse of judgment can really result in some damage or somebody getting hurt. So take your time and enjoy the trail.
Courtney, are there any minimum recommendations you'd suggest to run Moab Rim?
I would start off with no smaller than a 37-inch tire. You could run a 35 out here, but you're going to be really pushing the rig, and obviously lockers is very important. The reason being is some of these ledges out here, we struggled on 40s, and I'm sure you struggled just as hard with 38s. Also, there is some tiny hot tubs once you get up past the lookout that are filled with water, and at one point my 40 completely disappeared under that water. So it's really going to help you to have some larger tires and some lockers on this trail.
I completely agree. Jeremy, do you have any more recommendations for people for this trail?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody can go out and build a big Jeep, but we always recommend that at least get some seat time and get some experience on that and with that vehicle. Just because it's built up doesn't mean you can necessarily, as a driver, are capable of handling this trail, which is okay. I'm far from a professional driver, but doing trails like this for me is just getting seat time and experience for myself as well. I'm always learning, especially one with these guys. So know your limits. Just because you have a big vehicle doesn't always mean you can conquer big trails like this.
Yeah, it's tough to get used to the off-camber situations. Each one's different. The angles change, and that first time you come over a ledge and those tires get light, it really can mess with your brain. So just take your time, get comfortable on the trail, and you know, if you do want to come tackle this, bring some knowledgeable friends and some people with good recovery gear just in case, and I'm sure you'll have a good time. We have a little bit of wheeling left before we make it back down to the parking lot. I want to take this time to thank Jeremy and Courtney for coming out today and making our first trip on Moab Rim such a fun time. I also want to thank Nitto and Driving Line for making it possible, and I want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you've done Moab Rim or if you have any suggestions on how to tackle it. That's it for us, and we'll see you on the trail.
Thanks for watching Driving Line. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing to our channel so you'll never miss any of the content we create here. Whether you're into trucks, Jeeps, imports, domestic vehicles, or anything in between, we are here to fuel your passion. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time.